of nature. But I was warned that in the last days people will disrupt and misunderstand the knowledge of the sun's and moon's cycles, straying from the order God established for times and seasons. Then Uriel showed me the stars. He said each star has a name and a purpose given by the Lord of Spirits. They all follow their paths faithfully. None of them strays except for those that disobeyed God's order and were cast into the abyss. I saw how the constellations turn in their courses, marking the seasons and the years. Uriel said, "These stars testify to the glory of the Most High. Their obedience is an example for mankind. Yet people in their foolishness have disobeyed God and corrupted His creation. I learned that among the stars some rebelled against the order of the Most High, abandoning the paths appointed to them. These rebellious stars were judged and thrown into the abyss along with the fallen angels. They remain imprisoned there in chains, waiting for the final judgment. The rebellion of the stars is a warning of the consequences of disobedience. Uriel showed me how the year is divided into seasons. I saw how the changes in the sun's path as well as the movements of the moon and stars brought about the changes of seasons. He said, "The year has 364 days divided into 4 equal seasons. Each season has a fixed number of days, and all of this was established by the Most High so that humans could live in harmony with creation. In my visions, the heavenly lights not only serve practical purposes for time and life, but they also stand as witnesses to God's judgment. On the day of judgment, the sun, moon, and stars will testify against the wicked, showing that they obeyed the Most High's commands while mankind did not. The Lord of Spirits spoke to me and said, "Enoch, record all these things and teach them to future generations. Let people learn from the lights in the sky to obey my ways, for those lights faithfully follow my commandments while people have gone astray." The Most High warned me that in the last days many people will distort the knowledge of the sun, the moon, and the stars. They will change the calendar and the laws of the heavens, turning away from the truth. But the righteous will hold firm. They will be guided by the light of the Lord and will not be deceived by the wicked. Thus concludes the Book of Luminaries, a revelation given to Enoch so that future generations may understand how obedient the cosmos is to God, and how important it is for us to walk in righteousness. The order of the sun, the moon, and the stars is a constant testimony to the greatness and authority of the Most High, and a warning to anyone who disobeys His ways. Blessed be the Lord of Spirits, who created heaven and earth in wisdom and perfection. May people learn from the heavenly lights and glorify His name forever. In this part, Enoch recounts 2 significant visions revealed to him. The first vision is about the coming flood that will judge the world for its corruption. The second is a symbolic vision, the vision of the animals that portrays the history of humanity from Adam to the final judgment, using animals to represent different peoples and events. I, Enoch, was resting in my house when I saw a vision. It was as if the sky was collapsing and falling to earth. I saw the earth being swallowed up by water, and everything on the earth was destroyed. I trembled when I saw this, and I cried out to the Lord of Spirits, "O Lord, what is this that I have seen? Will all of creation be destroyed? What about the righteous? What will happen to them on that day?" Then the Most High answered me, "Enoch, this vision shows the judgment that will come upon the earth because of the wickedness of humanity. I will send a great flood to cleanse the earth of its corruption. But I will protect the righteous. Warn your family, because among them I will choose a man who will be my servant. He will build an ark, and in that ark he and others with him will survive." I now understood that the man God spoke of was Noah. The Lord continued, "Through Noah and his family, the earth will be repopulated and restored. I will preserve Noah's life and the lives of those with him, but all the wicked will be destroyed." Hearing this comforted me, because I realized that God would not forget the righteous when judgment came. In another vision, known as the vision of the animals, I was shown the entire history of humanity from Adam to the final judgment portrayed through symbols of animals. In this vision, humans were represented by animals, and different groups and nations were depicted as different kinds of animals. Angels also appeared in this vision as guides and overseers of these animal figures. I saw a white bull come out of the earth. This white bull represented Adam, the first man. Then a female calf came with Adam. This was Eve. And after some time, another white bull was born from them. This bull represented Seth. After Seth, many more bulls were born, all of them white. These white bulls symbolized the first generations of righteous people, those who followed the ways of the Most High. As time passed, I saw some of the bulls begin to mix with other types of animals, producing offspring that were different and strange. This mixing represented humanity becoming corrupted people, straying from righteousness and mixing with sin. The angels in the vision watched with sadness as humans left the path of righteousness. Then I saw the Lord of Spirits call one of the angels and instruct him to build an ark. This ark was constructed to protect the righteous white bulls from the coming destruction. I watched as the waters of a flood covered the entire earth. Everything that was not inside the ark was destroyed by the waters. After the flood, I saw a new white bull come out of the ark. This bull was Noah. With him were 3 young bulls or calves representing Noah's 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. From these 3 new nations sprang up. They became the ancestors of all the people after the flood. In the vision I saw people, the bulls and their descendants, building a tall tower to reach the heavens. But the Lord of Spirits came down and destroyed that tower and confused the bulls, scattering them across the earth. This symbolized the Tower of Babel, when God confused human languages and dispersed the nations. I saw the Lord of Spirits send angels to guide the white bulls. These angels watched over the righteous and led them in just paths. Among the bulls I then saw a special animal appear, a ram with a large horn, strong and majestic. This ram represented a great leader sent by God to guide the sheep, who were the people that had lost their way. The ram gathered the scattered sheep, the righteous, and led them. In contrast, I saw wolves and other predators in the vision. These symbolize the wicked and those who oppress the people of God. The ram led the faithful sheep to safety, to a place prepared by God, while the wolves and predators were fought off and ultimately destroyed. Toward the end of the vision, I saw the Lord of Spirits establish his kingdom on earth. The white sheep, the righteous, live securely and happily. The wolves and all wild animals, the wicked, were removed and could no longer harm the sheep. I saw the earth transformed and renewed. There was no place left for wickedness to hide. The Lord of Spirits lived among the people, and his light filled everything. The righteous rejoiced and lived forever in joy, while the memory of the wicked completely vanished. I, Enoch, wrote down all these visions so that future generations would know that the Most High's judgment is just and true. These revelations were given to me as a warning to sinners and as encouragement to the righteous. The Lord of Spirits will judge all creation. The righteous will be saved and vindicated, and the wicked will be punished and destroyed. Let everyone who hears these words remember them and walk in the paths of righteousness, for the day of judgment is surely coming. Thus conclude the visions of Enoch concerning the flood and the history of humanity, revealing both judgment and redemption, and the promise of an eternal kingdom of justice. I, Enoch, write these words as a warning to sinners and as a hope for the righteous. These things were shown to me by the Lord of Spirits, who revealed to me the destinies of both the righteous and the wicked. My children, listen to my words and keep them in your hearts, for they are true and eternal. Words to my children and future generations. My children, live in righteousness and walk in truth. Do not follow the ways of sinners, nor stray from the commandments of the Most High. Remember that the Lord of Spirits sees everything. Nothing is hidden from him.